Last year, when the young global leaders came to Kakuma, we stood back and said, well, what can we actually contribute? This year, in coming back, we've offered what I think has been a really successful first ever executive leadership program in a refugee camp. We've really taken 30 talented refugee entrepreneurs, host community entrepreneurs, and worked with them over a week-long period.
We want to help the refugees. We want to work with them. We want to mobilize capital, mobilize government, private sector to come and work with us.
A lot of humanitarian aid has been designed by some people for other people without those people being at the table helping create those solutions.
There's a process of empowering them through that to feel more self-reliant, to take ownership over the outcomes, and again, to ensure that it is sustainable.
The mentorship program is going to be a 12-week program, and it's going to encompass online and offline content. And then to also partner that with a mentor that can bring to life those topics.
What we have to do as young global leaders is to bring the world to Kakuma, to aid the refugees and host communities to really develop an economy. How do we develop a clear business case?
We are doing 12 types of soap. My target customer are refugees. A good number, it is in a hostel community. It assists to change my life and not to rely so much on UNHCR funding.
The UNHCR in particular and other partners have done a lot of work to really provide equitable access to opportunity. You could see, on the fashion side, on the craft side, even 3D printing and coding that are quite advanced. Kenya in general and even neighboring countries could largely benefit from those investments and those skills that have been built within Kakuma.
We have so many young women and girls in this camp that the world can learn from. We wanted to focus around technology and innovation. How do you make sure the girls are part of the global workforce of tomorrow?
To be called a refugee, it is a badge of strength, courage, and victory.
I think it's absolutely critical to have an entity such as the newly inaugurated Global Shaper community in Kakuma. We need to make sure that we are preparing the next generation.
I got a chance to represent Kakuma and the young people of Kakuma at a global stage. It's about giving back to your people and being a role model for others.
I think Kakuma is very important to be a showcase to the world to understand the solutions. This would potentially give a pilot or example for other refugee camps to develop.
We need to prioritize bottom-up approaches to problems so that we're making sure that we are coming up with solutions that actually make sense and that are sustainable over time.
How do we use our networks to understand what technology can be brought to the community for distribution of capital?
How do we actually co-analyze the challenges and co-design the solutions with the people it's about?
Kakuma, rather than being seen as a remote, arid location, distant from the global economy, can connect to the global economy and produce for the global economy.
We have been overwhelmed and amazed by how much you've put into this. And we want to celebrate that commitment and invest in it.
Thank you for keeping up the promises. These people, they are the people of humanity. I am a leader.
It's much bigger than being a refugee. You can tell your story, you can do a lot of things. I think the refugee camp can be a different place, like the way we are now.